Hey guys, what's up? Mike MacDonald here, just coming out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. And do you struggle with follow-up, or do you have a system that you can follow that's going to get you results when you're following up? And I know for me, when I was new in the industry in sales and in business, I really struggled with follow-up, mainly because I didn't have a system to follow, or I didn't really know exactly what to say or how to say it, or not come off as needy or desperate or being like a creeper or stalker, when you're trying to follow it up, or being annoying. So today I just want to go over a couple different tips that you can use to really improve your follow-up and increase your sales. So one thing that I really like to do when I'm following up or setting up a time to meet with someone, one of the things is using the if I would you. So it's, for example, if I sent you some information, when do you think you would be able to review it? Or if I sent you this, would you be able to check it out in the next few days? Or would you be able to check it out? And when they agree to that, you can be like, great. So just so I know when to follow up with you, if I sent that to you, when do you think you would have time to check it out? And then they're going to tell you a time. And then you just simply say at that point, great, I'm going to follow up with you blank, whatever time they said that they'd have time to review it. If I don't hear from you sooner. So the big thing you want to do is just you want to be in control. So if you're setting up a time, you don't want to come off like you're being pushy or needy, or again, you're stalking them, or you're trying to be annoying or anything like that. That's not the case. You just want to be professional and be like, okay, cool. You're going to have reviewed it at this point. So if I follow up with you, then you would have watched it, correct? And they're going to be like, yes, okay, great. So I'll touch base with you on Thursday if I don't hear from you sooner. So it gives you the option to follow up with them. And again, you're not going to come off as pushy or weird. You're going to be professional because you're telling them when you're going to follow up. So an example would be like, hey, if I sent you this information to review, would you have time to check it out? Let me know when you'd think you'd have time to review it if I sent that to you. And they're going to be like, I could probably watch it this week. Okay, cool. So if I followed up with you on Wednesday, you would have for sure had time to review it. And then they're either going to say yes or no. And they'll say yes, and then you're going to be great, I'll touch base with you Wednesday, and unless I hear from you sooner. And if they say no, I won't be able to do it by then, be like, great, when do you think you'd have time to be able to check it out so I know when to follow up with you? And then they'll tell you a specific time. And if they're like, oh, it's pretty busy right now, blah, blah, blah. If they are being wishy-washy, then you can just call them out a little bit. Great. As to not waste either of our times, obviously your time's valuable, as is mine. When would you for sure have time to watch it? So I know when to touch base with you. I'm not obviously looking to waste your time. You're not looking to waste mine. So, when would you for sure have time to check it out? And I'll just follow up with you then. And again, if they're so wishy-washy, next, get rid of them. It's not worth your time, not worth your frustration. But again, if they do give you a time, then you can follow up at that point. And then at the same time, what do you do if they don't answer, or you follow up with them and they don't say anything? Well, basically what I like to do is I'll say something to the effect of, hey, just touching base like we talked about. So you remind them that, hey, you said you would have watched it basically at this point, and you had confirmed with me that it was okay if I followed up with you since I didn't hear from you. So basically, again, what you would say would be like, hey, just touching base, just following up with you like we talked about. Just wanted to see if you reviewed that information and if it seemed like something you wanted to move forward with. Boom. So simple as that. And then they're either going to respond saying, they've watched it, or they haven't watched it, or they might not respond to you at all. So what do you do in that scenario? If they watched it, cool, you just move to your next step. You go to the next step in the closing process where you're, seeing how you can help them, or, help them with their need. And if they haven't watched it, you'd be like, cool, no worries. I can appreciate things come up, no big deal. So when would you for sure have had time to watch it? So again, I know when to follow up with you. Then they're just going to give you another time. You reschedule the appointment. Cool. Well, great. Thursday? Awesome. Well, I'll touch base with you Thursday then if I haven't heard from you sooner. Cool. So again, you just move on to the next step. You repeat. Now, if they don't answer, the next thing that you can do is you wait 24 hours. And then if you still haven't heard from them, I like to send a message, something to the effect like, hey, just reaching out, didn't hear back from you yesterday like we had talked about. Hope everything's okay. Hopefully the family's okay. Hopefully nothing happened. But again, just wanted to reach out to you one more time like we had originally talked about. See if it was looking like something you wanted to move forward with. They still don't respond at that point. A lot of people will, but if they don't at that point, wait another 48 hours. and or at least that long. Don't leave them hanging for 2 weeks and reach out, because then it's weird. But again, maybe another 48 hours at that point, you can touch base again. And this is the point where you just go with like the complete fear of loss. So, hey, just reaching out to you, haven't heard back from you. Again, hope everything's okay. Hopefully the family's okay. Nothing happened. But, obviously I haven't heard from you in a few days. So I'm going to take your lack of response that you're not interested in moving forward in this. So unless I hear back from you, I'm just going to go ahead and take you off my list. I appreciate your time. Good luck with, your future endeavors. Hope everything goes well for you. But again, just wanted to reach out one last time before I took you off my list. Sounded like you were interested, so I figured I'd at least touch base one more time. But yeah, appreciate your time, and we'll catch you later. Something to that effect. So again, you're taking them off your list. Hey, I'm going to move forward without you on this one. Based on your lack of feedback, I'm assuming that you're not interested in moving forward. No big deal. That's totally cool. Good luck with what you had currently going on. But at least thought I'd reach out to you one more time before I took you off my list. So again, you're not being needy. You're not being like, hey, whatever. You're not creeping on them. You're not harassing them. You're just following. You're being professional. You're basically giving them times. You set up a specific time in advance that you're going to follow up, and you're just following through on that. And if you don't hear back from them, you're taking them off your list. And one thing mentality you want to keep in mind is like, think about it at any job you've applied for, any business that you go to, or even a dentist appointment. If you set an appointment at the dentist, let's say it's 2 o'clock on Thursday, they're probably going to call you Wednesday or Thursday morning, leave you a message being like, hey, just calling to confirm our appointment at 2 o'clock, make sure everything's all set, see if you had any questions. If so, feel free to give us a call. Otherwise, we'll see you at 2 o'clock. And if you don't show up for that appointment, does the dentist call you back? No, they're busy. They have stuff going on. They just move on. They move forward. They don't reach out to you, call you every day. Hey, we missed you at our appointment today. Are you okay? Like, what can we do? Let's reschedule your dentist appointment. They're just like, okay, cool. Well, he doesn't want his teeth clean. Moving on. Next, they've got a business to run. Or again, if you owned a business or you applied at a job and you didn't show up for the interview, most likely they're probably not going to call you back. Like, well, he doesn't want to work here. Let's, move on next. So that's kind of the same mentality that you want to have with your follow-up, where you don't want to be desperate and needy when you're trying to recruit people or make that sale, because people smell that desperation. They're not going to want to work with you. They're not going to want to move forward. So just a quick tip that you can use, a few of them that you can apply in your business with follow-up and really increase your sales with that. So hopefully you guys got value out of this video. Now, if you did, feel free to comment and share. And then if you are in network marketing, be sure to head over to coachmikemcdonald.com and just enter your name and email. You're going to get access to my free audio training, 14 proven keys to inviting for your business. So again, really learn the ins and outs of how to prospect properly, how to invite people to check out your product, your business, your opportunity. Because if you're saying the wrong thing, you're going to be turning people off. You're going to have people not wanting to see what you have going on. But if you learn the right way, you're going to get a lot more eyeballs on the presentation, a lot more people joining your business, getting started with your products, and you'll have more people to follow up with. So again, to get access to that, head to coachmikemcdonald.com/inviting. I'll toss the link up here in a sec so you can see it. But again, really appreciate your guys' time. We'll talk to you soon.